How do I share the stream? How do I get the stream? Share the stream. Share the stream. We're streaming. I guess I'm streaming everywhere. So I guess I need to be on YouTube too. Hello. Hello. Can you see the stream? I'm trying to get my nephew joined too. We're in a trade. You can see we're up 15G. 15G. Let me put some trailing stops up in there. I do have some trailing stops up in there. Who's calling me? Who's calling me? What up, buddy? What's up, man? How you doing, Rexy? What you doing, man? You chilling like a villain? I know. You're not helping me trade today. Hanging out with your sister. I'm in 30 lots. Bam, baby. All right. I get my Ukrainian girlfriend. Oh, Rexy. Okay. This is Rex. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You too. Oh, just stop, little homie. Yay, yay. You gotta constantly bark at peeps. All right. So where are we at? Oh, man, looks like we're gonna be knocked out of this trade. Yeah, so on Bravos, hold on. Rex, stop. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hold on, I got to manage some of my trades. Make sure I don't lose money. Bam. All right. Hey, everybody. How are you doing? Everybody can see the streams, hopefully. Let me go and put this to where it needs to go. Just getting a little organized. I don't know. Tone Stir, are you there? I sent you a link, man. Hold on. I don't think you're there. I don't know. Hold on. We're trying to figure out how to do this stream together. So I apologize, everybody. But I'm, you can see the trade unfolding as it sits. And then, we're up a decent amount for the day. 72 G's, not bad. Not a bad day. I do say so myself. There, I think you're in now, man. Hold on. Yeah. Why does it say Rex Talk Actual? Don't log in as me. Looks like we're going to get knocked out of this trade here. We're still in, this buy is invalid. So we're still in 2 lots on GC. Looks like we're going to get knocked out of this next push up, but we're going to sell it once again. Once it gets to the highs, we're going to continue selling it. Screw you. Fuck you. That push it to the limit that you hear is Sierra chart taking me out of trades. I don't know why I use that for an alert. Don't ask me why. Okay, there you are. You're logged in. Okay. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. So it looks like I can hear you, and then I can, yep. And then private chat works, right? You can see the private chat. I heard you a second ago. Sorry, everybody. We're trying to just figure out how my nephew and I stream.
Good.
I'm gonna get knocked out of this trade. Piss me off.
Sorry,
Only
Emma's
gonna make
talking to
about.
me.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you. I don't know how I give you command or how I
I
think I
think
do this.
I just have to share my screen, and I think it'll just switch yours to mine.
Okay. There's the
Or
key right there.
let me just try it real quick. I'll just share my screen to my Trade of Eight.
Yeah, they're just next to the yard. So just.
Oh yeah, see this is
Oh,
my screen. So then you can just click on yours.
okay.
Or do you know how to switch them? You just pull and drag.
Oh, just what? Okay.
You can try now. That's same with our cameras too. You can make your camera the full screen.
I don't have a camera though.
I know, but
Not
like
here.
if you don't want to
Okay,
have your stream up.
So is my stream up? Is that my stream now?
It's
Yeah, that's
yours,
my
yeah.
stream. Okay.
We
Okay.
can also do
What's
half.
this Ukraine stuff? How do I remove this Ukraine stuff? I don't want this Ukraine crap.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm with Ukraine and everything, but I don't want. I'm not. I didn't ask to support Ukraine.
We can also do half screens too. Like you could do yours. And I could do mine.
No, do you see the Ukraine thing on your screen?
Yeah,
Sorry, everybody.
I do.
Okay. Why is that there? Yeah, I know the 720. That's the most this allows. I don't know why. Sorry, everybody. We are testing us streaming together. I apologize. So, yeah, the NQ has consistent strength today. We'll see if this sell off. I'm still in
order filled.
Okay.
Order filled.
Where is that getting picked up? Sorry. I should focus on trading. Where was I picked up?
I think that was mine. I just got out of trade.
Okay.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's probably because I'm on the stream.
Okay. You all right? Yeah, he's still here. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the order is filled. Yeah, I know it's loud. Sorry. I can't tell if it's using OBS or not. I know. I'd like to get this figured out so we can stream together and we know how it works.
Yeah. How do you turn down the order filled in Trade of Eight?
Well, I don't know. I use OBS to stream, and then it allows me to individually then control the overall audio, then individually control. Stop, Jesus, it is loud.
Stop field.
Yeah, screw you. All right, I'll just sell the next pop. I think I will go long. I'm going to go long in my small account. Sorry. I don't know how to turn that down. Buy stop. Buy limit. I've been trading with Sierra chart more now, so definitely got building the muscle memory in Sierra chart.
That's good.
Yeah. Looks like I think we should reverse this position. I'm gonna reverse this. Let's reverse you, man.
I was gonna ask you a question. When you're in a that's probably why my Wi-Fi is doing so shitty.
Yeah.
So say like if it's in a no trade, like it's like in a range or like in a trade zone, are you just scaling into your next area and just waiting, even if that zone takes a while?
Well, I mean, it's all situational. I mean, that's an impossible question to answer.
I mean, I just mean like in a general sense. Like if you see a no trade zone, are you gonna be just waiting?
Well, if it's a no trade zone, then you're waiting.
Yeah.
Like you're in the no trade zones.
Even if it lasts for however long. And
well, there's always. I mean, a no trade zone signify when we say no trade zone in our system, what it means is that there's no high probability. There's a mix of high probability reaction areas, or there's no clear high probability reaction area, or you don't know which chart is the control.
okay.
So you're just waiting for the charts to reveal their hand. It's kind of like I don't know if it's like this at all, but I guess it's like waiting for the flop on poker or whatever. You know, waiting for the. So you're waiting for
Just
there's nothing to do. I've checked the market. Now I'm just waiting. I don't usually use gambling analogy because I hate intermixing gambling analogy with trading. But Yeah, in a no trade zone, that basically means that there's no clear signal and you're just staying out and you're just waiting for the next trade. That's another thing that I shared today too, which is like you never miss a trade, you know?
Yeah.
There is always the next trade. So if you've missed, if you ever look at a chart and you say, "Hey, I missed a trade," you didn't miss the trade. You just well, I guess you could think that way. You missed the trade, but really you should be looking at, okay, where's the next trade?
Yeah, where's the next one?
Because there's always another trade. So, and it might be joining it with a participation trade. It might, but so there's you never miss a trade. It's impossible to miss a trade because it wasn't there lined up for you, right? So you weren't there. That's the best attitude to have. The market will always be there for you. It's gonna, unless a comet hits the earth, and even then, no, this is using a system called Restream. Yeah. See, I think you're logged in as me as well. Oh, no, you can comment as me. Okay, I see.
Oh, okay. No, my comment's different from yours.
I know, but the comment that you just made
Was
made it
host?
on YouTube. It made it seem like I commented that.
Oh, okay.
So,
I just commented through Restream.
oh, so once again, everybody, I know we're kind of working out the just how to do the streaming here. Yeah, let's move my trailing stop on Sierra chart down a little bit, give it a little bit more room. Yeah, so I reversed that position. We're going to sell up. What are we targeting? It's really simple. We're targeting this zone up here. If it's going to get to 240 on the NDX, I don't think it's going to get that high, but we will short it if there's enough time in the market here. I mean, it might just be momentum long the rest of the day. So there might not be a big sell-off, but in the next couple days, there's going to be a big sell-off. I mean, we're in a zone. If you look at the underlying, people are going to have to start making a lot of decisions here in Meta, because Meta's getting to a point where if you bought here and then it gapped down, if you bought on this day. So for instance, just to get into a little bit of details here on Meta, if you bought in this range here and then suddenly you get up and it gapped down to 240 from anywhere in this 300 to 324 range, you're seriously making a lot of decisions whether or not you're going to stick with Meta here through this gap. It's about to fill the gap. So you're making some hard decisions here, whether or not you're going to stick with Meta long term or whether or not you need to get out and get what you can. So there's a lot of hard decisions, I think, on Meta being made. If we look at Apple's really breaching all-time highs. I believe it's the all-time highs. Yeah, breaching the all-time highs. Nvidia is as well. Coin is in its little range. Google is pretty far off from its all-time highs. Amazon is pretty far off as well. Neither one of these are at core decision points. Obviously, the core decision point here on Amazon is 134. The core decision point on Google is 140. Microsoft is making all-time high, obviously, on AI news, or them being AI. There's our target on Microsoft, which is 440 to 460. I've been long Microsoft on this pullback. So underlying, if we look at the underlying, let's look at Tesla, see where it's at. Tesla's got a whiles to go. Tesla's 300, and then you've got another 383. So there's a while to go on some of these, what quote unquote growth stocks that make up the NASDAQ. So it can continue to go up the rest of the day. We might not see a sell-off here today. There might not be any sell-off. So that's something to keep in mind.
Isn't Apple moving
Yeah, so
because of their new VR headset?
I don't know. We don't think that way in our trade system.
No, I know.
So,
I was just
yeah.
that's what I heard.
No, I
News
mean,
on it.
I mean, yeah, that was their latest release. But also, if you look at their sales for their latest laptop, all sales on laptops are down. Their sales are massively down. It's not a big enough jump between the M1 to the M2 chip. I mean, we could really get into the fundamentals of Apple if we wanted to, but I don't. What I don't want is I didn't like their headset. I thought it was lame. I thought it was stupid. I thought I think I appreciate the tech in their headset, Morty. Like you said, not everybody liked their headset. I thought it was lame when I first saw it. I was like, that's the lamest thing I've ever seen. Not that ever seen, but I see value now that I've kind of looked and seen what it can do. I see value in it. and I see that it is a step in the direction, but it's the way that they're selling it is not the way that people are going to. I don't think the user base that they think that is going to buy it is going to buy it. So it's the first iteration. But yeah, so yeah. Anyways, sorry, I'm looking at.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I should have went bigger on this. Sorry, I'll show my trade. I should have went bigger on this actual buy here on the reverse. When I reversed, it was pretty obvious. Chart 2 showed us to reverse. So I'm going to cancel everything. So we're only in 2 lots. We're only up about 2,800. I said we're up pretty decently today. I mean, 72 G is not bad.
That's a lot. Jesus.
If you're new here, you want to join Discord down below on TradingView or on the YouTubes or anywhere else that you're watching, you'll see a link. And if definitely comment. People, if you're there on TradingView, comment. Love to hear you. Everybody on YouTube, appreciate you being there. Yeah, I agree with you, Monty. The headset is much too expensive for what it does, but you can see the direction. I mean, it is pretty amazing the amount of tech that they've put into that little headset. So I will give them that, but I won't be buying one. Even though I love tech and I love gadgets. I just have no interest in buying that version of what they've released. And I love tech and gadgets. So I'm all about tech and gadgets. Kind of dinged my small account, but getting too aggressive here. So I'm working on making that up and getting back up to $2,000. Dollar bills, y'all. So yeah, we talked about Bravo. So on Bravo, so what we're doing with Bravo is if you want to be a Bravo, DM myself or Nephew Elite, and then our expectation is that you're going to engage there consistently. You don't have to show up every single day, obviously, if your schedule doesn't permit it, but you have to give us an expectation of how you're going to engage. So if you do want to, let's say there's only 2 reasons why you wouldn't become an alpha to me, is that either you can't afford it or you're just not quite sure yet. Maybe you want to test the tires a little bit and see what it's like behind the scenes and see even publicly, we even provide a lot of value, but maybe you want to see how much value is once you become an alpha. Well, there you can, by being a Bravo and engaging, you can see that we show up for people that show up. So that's really the way it works with us, is that we show up every day. And if you show up and you ask questions and you need support in adopting a highly effective trade system, we're going to show up as well. So you want to add, Tony?
True that.
Yeah.
True heckin' that.
We're looking for the short opportunity. I think we're gonna have to wait till after the hour. So I think it's just momentum long. We've been targeting this yellow line all day, which is 241. If it gets up to 241, then you probably will see us heavily short it, because that is the highest probability sell-off zone, 241 on the NDX. As far as the way we chart our system, that's the highest probability zone right there, 241. So if it gets up there, we'll massively be selling, and I'll probably be selling early. So it is what it is. Still in the GC trade, everything was long, so I really just focused on NQ today, because it didn't matter where you deployed your capital, because everything's long. So the 4 things that I trade, usually there's divergences, but there's no divergences today. Everything's long. So obviously the Fed announcement and the news and everything else, the market feels that the Fed's has their back again. I don't know. I don't even try to think that way, but yeah.
Sorry, I'm just
How's your trading going today?
it's a little slow. Just waiting for these pullbacks. I know I should probably just keep buying all day, but I want to still, even for easy day trading, I still want to trade correctly.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the key. That's, the biggest mistake I see people would make with demo accounts is that what they do is that they don't trade the demo account as they trade their live account. So then you're not really building it's kind of like if you train to fight and then you don't train how you would really fight. So that's the biggest mistake I see when people make with demo accounts is that they don't treat it as seriously as they do when they're doing their live account. I think the Zelle, I have someone asking how to get started with Zelle. I think how we did that before. Push it to the limit. I don't receive money.
But US 30. It's still going. Yeah, it looks like it's just a long momentum day today.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all you had to do. You just had to buy long.
Order
momentum.
filled. Order filled.
Was that you or me?
That's me.
Okay. Let's show your screen. Let me go here. Or show your screen, I guess. Show what you're doing, I guess.
Oh no, I just got pulled out.
Oh. How do I remove this Ukraine thing? Why is it says stand with Ukraine?
I think it's
I'm with him.
I
know, but I don't. But we're paying for the service, so why can't we remove a badge that is on there? I would prefer Ukraine win, but I also don't do these things. I don't change my profile picture to any dumb thing. I don't do any of these stupid things that everybody else does. I'm not into those banners and those. I think it's all, I don't know. Makes me feel like a lemming. Well, we're up 6,300 on this trade. We're up 1160 on this trade, so we'll be adding it. Maybe we'll have a 100G day. We'll see. See what the crack rock tells us. Oh man, look at that. This thing's just moving. It's a beast.
I think it is moving. Holy cow, man.
It's going for it, man. It's going to tag it. If it tags it, I'm gonna short it like a, I don't know. It's gonna be Oompa Loompa land. We're officially gonna be in Oompa Loompa land. Can we put pictures up in here? I think you can put pictures up in TradingView, can't you? Doesn't it allow you to put pictures? I think there's something that allows you to put pictures because I'm gonna see if I can put an Oompa Loompa up here. We're gonna go Oompa Loompa. It's gonna be super Oompa Loompa. I know that's probably not politically correct, but I don't really give a shit.
True that.
Yeah. If it just falls short, I'll call it too. But that's what we're targeting. Keep going, man. Keep going, son. Damn, this thing is a beast today. So did you see the video I did over on YouTube that showed Sierra chart how easy it is to move your trailing stops?
Yeah, like the 2.5 minute video.
Yeah, and then I'm working with our guy. He's sending over a button that we can push and it will automatically trail the RDA for trailing stops. And then it will divvy up your stops according to parameters. I'm telling everybody, like, if you're not an alpha and you actually want trading, I mean, you need to become alphas because we are working on some things behind the scenes that we haven't really shared that are just next level stuff, even more than what we already do. The Sierra chart stuff, I'm excited about some of the things that we're working on. Started our indicator with Banger yesterday. behanger. I don't know banger or behanger. Where we're going to create a high probability fade finder indicator, and the goal for that is 80%. Basically, it's a reversion to an RDA trade, and the metric that I want is that it needs to be 80% reliable, meaning when that signal fires, 80% of the time it's going to the RDA and it doesn't come back to where the signal is fired. So that's kind of our goal for that indicator. That's leading down the indicator that we're going to be creating, which we're going to figure out how to predict ranges. I'm going to figure that out before we officially go away and we ghost.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, I didn't share. You know what? I didn't share this on TradingView. That's why. That's probably why some people aren't here. Well, I'll be snookered. Baby, baby. I know I've been doing a lot more everyone's lately, so I'm trying to just make sure that it's high value, high impact stuff that is important. That's something you can get value from. Is the RDTS on NinjaTrader? It is. Well, it's on the Rex Dog. Yeah, it is. It is on NinjaTrader. Because NinjaTrader is now Tradeovate. At least that's their new tech. But we're not an official. We're going to be doing one of two things. We're either going to acquire a company, or we're going to become an official, whatever, code person or whatever they call it over there at NinjaTrader.
Actually, I want to share.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna share a little. One of my journals today. This is just overlapping one trade. This is so quick notes here. We're just like long momentum day. My scale in was from 14.99 in 4 contracts to 15.053. Chart 4 was slow momentum. Chart 3 was fast momentum. Looking for the long move here. Waited all day for the test. So I decided I'm gonna fade that, sell off to the RDA, and then buy again for the long move. That's how one of my
Okay.
trades went. And so I'm still waiting
Did it
for
work?
that. Still waiting
Oh,
for that
okay.
RDA test. But yeah, that's kind of just what's been helping me playing, like kind of layering out my prediction in my trade. Has really helped me focus in on where I'm looking at, because sometimes something will happen inside of a chart and I get pulled away from my original prediction, or like I see something going on and I'm focused on it, understanding what, analyzing, scaling into that trade, but then something else grabs my attention, like a quick sell off or an easy fade move I see. So that kind of keeps me in track to continue on with that trade, because it's the highest probability that one I see, instead of just trying to scalp areas or overtrade. So that's helped me a lot.
That's good. That's a rule that you're kind of adopting yourself, right?
Yeah, 100%. Really, before entering a trade, unless it's a participation trade, and even then I'm still wary of hopping in the participation trades, because it kind of pulls me away from, it's hard to go, I don't know how it is for most traders, but I assume it's probably the same. It's hard to, unless you've been trading for a long time, both short and long moves, it's hard to switch your mind instantly from a long position to all of a sudden think like you're wanting it to go short.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it is. I mean, I make it look easy sometimes when
Yeah,
for
when I watch
instance,
you trade,
I just reversed.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Go ahead.
No, I'll just say it. When I
Yeah.
watch you trade and you'll be going long and all of a sudden you're going short, scalping real quick before a long move, it's pretty crazy. For me, I have to kind of focus on one side, looking at both sides, see what side is more powerful, and based off the system and how what the system is telling me, like the long side here is obviously the strong side.
Yeah, it comes with experience. I think that's something that comes with, I mean, as much as I say that, you're reading the charts and the charts guide you, being able to reverse and change your position is, I mean, it's not easy because you're one of the things we say with the system is that you're trading it with conviction. Well, if you have conviction, it's most people don't change their conviction within most people can't change their conviction with 3 times within 5 minutes. I can change my conviction 3 times within 5 minutes and not churn an account when I'm trading well. So most people can't do that. Most people can't say, "Oh, it's going to be long. I'm going to be convicted long here. Oh, I'm going to switch." It's just I understand that. I know I'm a little unique in that aspect.
Yeah, and I definitely can see with time and understanding of the market, you can come comfortable with it, but it's pretty crazy to think that way.
Yeah, are you okay if I send all
Yeah, that's fine.
the Bravo requests to you? Because I will be heading out tomorrow. But then also, if that can, you can just be the PO point of contact for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so
All I ask
doing
is,
everyone
yeah,
later on,
I will. If
and then
anyone
make
here,
sure.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Well, just make sure. Like I said, there's only 2 reasons why someone's in my mind why someone's going to be a Bravo. Is number one, you can't afford it, and maybe you're working towards affording it, or you just want to test the tires a little bit of basically what it's like to kind of be an alpha or be closer to us.
Hmm.
Um, because other than that, um, you know,
There's no real
we're
reason for
there.
them to be Bravo because the point of
Yeah,
being a Bravo, right? We're not just making a Bravo channel just to
yeah,
make a Bravo channel.
yeah,
Everyone who wants to be a Bravo, your main goal is to become an alpha. You just can't yet. So putting you in the Bravos
yeah,
to hone your skills as a trader. So when you come to alpha, it's a lot more easier transition, as well as you have an understanding of what we are working with within the system. So I want everyone to be pretty clear that when they're joining Bravos, you want to become an alpha. That's your main goal. Because being a Bravo,
yeah,
you're not really gonna get all the value you can as an alpha. You're getting value as a Bravo.
yeah.
But yeah, send everyone who wants to become a Bravo here, send me a DM, just kind of explain your background, where you're as a trader. If we've talked before, um, I can just catch up again, then I'll probably just assign you to Bravos. And then there should be not a call to action so much, but Bravos should be posting at least one of their trades that they're trading that day in the Bravo den. Because if you're becoming a Bravo with the new Bravo system we're applying, I really want to see Bravos posting every day. Or you don't have to post every single day if you're busy or something like that, I understand. But try to post your journals once a week. Or at the end of the week, maybe all the Bravos post how their trading is going and where they're at. Just so we can help
Yeah.
as well.
Well, I just don't. I mean, yeah. To me, it's
You gotta have that hunger.
we
You gotta want to become an
yeah
alpha.
yeah. That's exactly. So we're being a little bit more aggressive here. I know we are because well, number one, we don't have time to waste, and we're not about wasting time. We're about um,
Making money.
the reality of trading, right?
Oh yeah.
Can you be yeah
And the reality is,
yeah
if you're not journaling every single day, regardless, there's not a lot of ways you can apply yourself better in trading in your following days. Journaling
yeah
has become so key in how I trade it. Like I have to journal before I'm trading, I have to journal while I'm trading, and afterwards. Obviously, that's obsessive and I'm very new. If you've had a lot of experience, you don't need to do the same thing, but you should be journaling regardless if you're trying to become an alpha. Because
well it's just I don't know anybody that's not a successful trader that doesn't do some form of journaling. um I don't do it as much anymore. I mean, you were here when you were here. I didn't journal every day, right? Because if I had a good trading day, then I don't typically. But I mean, you were here for my losing days, and you saw. I mean, I took some time to
yeah,
step back,
yeah,
right?
you took a whole bunch of time to yourself. We went through
Yeah,
the trades. You talked to me about what happened. It's key. It also helps you not lose your mind while you're trading. Because
yeah,
if I'm trading and I'm looking at all the 4 chart setup is at first can be a lot to handle because you might not understand what's going on in all the charts, and then there's a lot of indications going on, and it could be a short move on one chart and then long on the other. But journaling is what saved me from all that real stress because I'm focusing on my control. My journal is why I'm predicting this trade. I can trust myself because I've layered out why I can trust this trade, but I'm trusting what the system's telling me. Obviously verifying it and being cautious, but journaling is what saved me from having all the anxiety with every single trade. Like, is this gonna go against me all the way? My journal lays out, let it breathe. It might come down to hit this level first before moving that way up for this test. Scale in here, make the correct entry. Those are really key, I think, with helping yourself with trading.
That's interesting. Yeah, no, I agree. So we're running. So we're about to hit the last hour of the market, and then we're going to be looking for a pivot around pivot time too. So for those that were here last week when I shared the the system that you're seeing me trade and or that we trade is the Rex Dog trade system, and it's based on reactions. Now we use charts to look at reactions, but there's also another aspect which is time-based reactions, and that's something that I shared recently. You'll find it if you go to the actual Discord and you go to the must see tab and you scroll up a little bit. You'll see this image here. Actually, I guess I'll share it. Let me see.
We have a couple questions on here as well.
Yeah, hold on. So this here, this is the reaction times. So I've been this is the benefit you get when you actually become an alpha, and or you just follow us on Discord, whatever, is you're with someone that's fanatical about the market. And I would be doing this regardless if I had this group or not. I would be trading. I'd have the same level of dedication regardless if I had this group or not. Regardless if I was out there as a public YouTuber or whatever, I would be doing the same level of what you see here. You get to benefit from this. So one of the things that I've looked at is okay, do I see a trend, or do I see reactions around specific times? And then how do I factor in time as far as what we should be looking at for predicting reactions? So right now, around market time 1508 to 1515 is when you typically see what we call pivot 2 in the afternoon session. It's between 1508 and 1515. So that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for right now. We have a target, this upper target. It's probably going to get there right around the 1508 time. And what do you know? It's going to pivot right around that time. What is it going to do? It's going to pivot down. So that's what we're anticipating for. It's going to be close to our, now keep in mind, just like reaction zones are zones, these times are zones. This one's a little bit more specific. I tend to notice that the 1508 to 1515 price really does actually react in that zone. But now we're getting up to our Oompa Loompa land. We're about to go Oompa Loompa on this whole chart here. So I don't want to short early. So I'm going to maybe I'm going to look for an exhaustion move before I reverse this position, or get taken out on the trailing stops. But we're in our Oompa Loompa land right now. So it hit our target. If you look at the daily, in Trade Room Alpha, whoa, what's up with this? Trade Room Alpha, I shared what is driving this level. I shared that in Trade Room Alpha. So alphas, you know exactly what chart we're using for that. But right now we're looking at the 60-minute there. We're there. We hit the zone. Now it's just not get too aggressive. Don't sell it yet until we get a counter signal. We haven't got our first counter signal yet, so we're not selling. Not going to do it.
I'm up about $200.
Sweet.
Just want to participation trade. I can share my screen.
Rex misses you, by the way, man.
I miss Rex too. Does the Bravo level have any requirements? No.
Yeah, you just tell us like I want to be a Bravo, but I can't afford it, or I just want to. Sorry, I want to test it. All right, I'm gonna start selling. Sorry, I apologize. I don't know how to turn that off on my thing. All right, let's reverse. I'm gonna reverse you, sucker. I'm gonna get you, sucker. All right, we got our first counter signal right now. Now we trade against our counter signal and we trade with conviction. Otherwise, what are we doing? So it might actually rip up and do one more exhaustion.
Order
move.
filled.
So we're gonna There we go. We're going to plan for that. So we're not going to get too aggressive on the sell because we're still early. We only got our first signal. First signal doesn't really mean jack. So let's see if we can actually sell up here and then sell up here. Boom. All right. So we're early. We're early in our time too. So we probably got another 5 minutes before maybe we'll sell off. It might even stall here. It might even rip up a little bit further than we'll be comfortable, or than we want it to. So we're not going to get too aggressive yet. We're in 5 lots. That's fine. It'll be participation trade. In Sierra chart as well. Yeah, so just the 2 requirements are just really like just background of how much trading experience you have or how long you've been trading, what you trade, and then what bucket do you fit? It's like I want to become an alpha, but I either just don't have the capital now to afford it, or I haven't seen enough to be thoroughly convinced that you have opportunity to learn how to trade one of the most effective speculation systems ever created in humankind. So those are the only 2 reasons why you join an alpha. Would you agree? Nephew Elite.
Yeah, that was cold. I said that was cold.
Well, I mean, I'm no longer. I mean, you know what? We had a discussion. Was it this week?
We
had a discussion and we outlined our quarter 1 2024 goals, what we want in place, right? And if we shared that with people, I think people would be amazed of some of the things we're working on.
Oh,
right?
100%. I'm
So-
amazed. I don't know what the hell half it is. It's crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
So like we're just I'm no longer beating around the bush anymore about like, what we're doing here and our purpose. Our purpose is to find people to create generational wealth so they protect freedom in the world in the future. That's the overriding purpose. Beyond that, then it's just pulling capital from the market. If anybody wants to know what we do here, this is what we do here. This is what I show up every single day. This is what I implore my nephew to do when he's trading. It's all about it. It's all about pulling capital from the market and putting it in our pocket. That's all I care about. Everything that I do around trading, it's not to be cool. It's not to look cool. That's why, you'll never see probably a video of me with cars or on a private jet. It's not about that. It's about pulling capital in the market and putting it in my pocket. That's all I care about. I don't care about any of the other crap. It's just, can I consistently and reliably pull capital from the market and put it in my pocket without consistently and reliably where it doesn't stress you out. If you can do that consistently, reliably, then you've got something special. That's what we're about here. We're not about fluff. We're not about, it does kind of make me sick. Some of the things that I see are really popular within YouTube or, out there, but I don't care to fight that battle. I mean, you would agree, right? We just do us, right? Did you drop off? You didn't drop off, did you? Oh, no, you're still there. Well, maybe not. Yep, my nephew might have dropped off or might have got kicked off. All right, so we're a little early on this trade.
I'm back.
Okay. So we're trading against, now we got the first counter signal, but we don't want to get too aggressive. We're in 10 lots. I'd like to see it sell off. And where do I want to see it sell off? If the NDX is going to sell off, then I think we're going to go down to 102. 10 deuce. We don't die. We multiply.
10 deuce.
We'll see though. It might not though. It might just range out here. But no. Well, so far, I mean, we are seeing a decent pullback there. So, wish I was heavier.
I think all this SME stuff is a waste of time. I did it for years and wasted so much time.
What is SME?
Or SMC.
Oh, what is SMC?
I don't know. That's what Avoid Vanity said.
Oh.
I think all this SMC stuff is a waste of time. I did it for years.
So we use Trading View, and then we use Trade08. What I tell people, smart money concepts, yeah.
Smart money
So what I tell
concepts.
people is make your first 100,000 on Trade08, then think about another platform. Like, and you can easily make $100,000 on Trade08 trading. The tool is set up. You can do that, and so I would, any new trader, that's what I would share is, make your first $100,000 on Trade08, and then think about going to Sierra Chart. And now that we are adopting Sierra Chart, the stuff that we're adding to Sierra Chart is much needed, and is baller level, is actual real trader stuff that real traders would appreciate. That's one of the problems I have with NinjaTrader, is that half the crap out there for NinjaTrader is created to sell stuff, to sell indicators, and to sell a concept. It's not created for real traders. So that's one of the reasons why I've stayed away from NinjaTrader for so long, is because I know that ecosystem well, and that ecosystem is garbage. So most of the indicators in that ecosystem are garbage. They're just there to sell to the lowest common denominator trader, and I don't want to be associated with that. So that's one of the reasons why we haven't gone down that road, but we're going to go down that road. We're going to start making sure that the Rexdog trade system is on these other platforms, just because we're just going to do us. We're not going to focus on, if we're in an environment like NinjaTrader, where I'd say 70% of the stuff out there within the platform, as far as third party, is garbage. Well, we're going to be in the top 1 to 3% of high value products within that, high value trading offerings within that platform. So that's just a little philosophy, or why we've changed some of our mind. All right, I'm only in 10 lots, and I'm kind of pissed off that I'm only in 10 lots, because we're only up $5,000 on this trade. So I don't really want to get super aggressive yet, because we don't know. It's at a reaction zone, so it might sell off from here. But buying this pullback here, so buying the reaction. But we're almost at the pivot point, so it might be time to get a little heavier. But I don't want to get too heavy yet. I want to see what this reaction zone is going to do. It's reacting there. See what the NDX is doing. Let's go back to the 5. Yeah, so we're at a reaction zone. You don't sell at a reaction zone. You should have sold above, like we were doing. So kind of wait for the reaction. Maybe sell on the reaction. That's one thing you can do. Not trade advice. Shouldn't listen to me on trading. I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right. What you don't want to see, ideally, is you don't want to see you don't want to see it come back and check the high. But you need to be prepared for that. So you do need to be prepared for it to come back and check the high. So, but ideally, you don't want it to come back, check the high, but because that's if it comes back and checks the high right away, that's really not a true double top. It's the same reaction, or so that's the one thing we need to be mindful here, is that we should have took some profit here, but I'm going to stick with this, and I'm going to call the bluff on any push up, because the main reason why I'm doing this, just so you understand, is that for months I've been waiting for this zone here at 15,242 for months. For anybody, any alpha out there, why for months we've been waiting for this zone. Just use the 4-day chart. You know why we've been waiting for this zone. So for months I've been waiting to short this zone when it gets here. It's just maybe today it's not going to sell off from this zone, and maybe it won't. It might not sell off from the zone. Maybe maybe just the market is not ready to sell off from this zone. But as far as how we trade, I would be surprised if that is the extent of the reaction that we have in this zone. I'd be highly surprised if that's the extent of the reaction we have in this zone. So I'm expecting a larger reaction, but as you can see here, momentum held. That's why you didn't sell that. Remember what I just said? I said, don't sell at momentum check. Well, that's why you don't sell at a momentum check, because it's doing a reaction. So
Confirming its
now,
move.
yeah. And now you could maybe, if you wanted to start to sell and call the bluff, but I think it's still too early. I think it's still a little too early. but you can see I'm already in the trade. Now if it does lose momentum and bias here on chart 2, then that's where you'd probably want to sell. You probably would have wanted to sell that last pop, but it's holding up. It's holding up momentum and bias on chart 2. So just going to be patient. Let this trade go against me a little bit here and get picked up above. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with it if it does. But it looks like it's going to fail here. I don't want to add to this trade, do I? Yeah, I had to. I didn't have to, but we'll see. So we're in our pivot time. So this will tell us a lot right here, whether or not it pivots or not, whether or not it holds up. It might just range out here the rest of the afternoon. So down below, you'll see join Discord on both the description on YouTube and on TradingView or wherever else you're watching this. I know we're streaming to quite a few different places. So I am testing out a tool called TraderSync TraderSync for journaling. I showed it in the video yesterday. So if you go to the YouTube channel, the video that you saw, I showed the tool where I've identified 15 different trade journal software. And then we're going to test all 15 of them. And there's really only 3 or 4 that are the top right now. And then we'll recommend 2 or 3 to use.
That'll be sweet.
So, yeah. But they're all, I mean, pretty much they're all around $30 a month or so. So they're all paid. But they do provide you more value above what you would just get from just a standard report. So plus, if we do adopt 1 or 2 of them, then alphas can use them, and then we can actually use them to provide feedback. Because one of the things some of these tools do is they allow you to have like a mentor. So
Oh, that's cool.
where basically I could go in and look at your trades, and from there I can comment and do other things. So it's kind of interesting.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. All right. We're in the middle of our pivot time. So once again, I got a little aggressive early like I typically do. We'll see what the pivot time. We'll see if it's really the 15. That 15 kind of marks it. Yeah, it's going to go and test that level. So chart 4 is your level. So it looks like it wants to go and test the chart 4 level. That little bastard.
That's what I'm waiting for. Just hoping to catch this quick little long move scalp and then possibly fade it down if it goes.
Yeah, that's on the MNQ. That's right below 440 on the NQ. They're just a little bit different. There's just a little bit of divergence. On the NQ, it's actually 428. So that's the only difference, is that the NQ and the MNQ, they are different enough where the same pattern unfolds, but as far as where the strong level is, the strong level on the end is at 430.
Yeah.
428 spot 5 on the NQ, and then the MNQ, at least on my Sierra chart, that strong level on chart 4 is what? Is 440. Sorry. Man, it might just bump up. It might just rip up. So just be prepared for it to just rip up again. Little bastard.
Yeah, I'm hoping for this nice rip up in about 3 contracts.
Yeah, you need to protect that though, because it's
no, my stop losses are right underneath the price right now.
Yeah. So it could decide to rip down just as quick as it could decide to rip up here. It looks like it's going to rip up though. So, I probably should have at least should not have probably stuck with the 15 and reversed up to the upper level. It's probably what I should have done. And
Yeah, but
maybe I'll end up regretting it.
that one on chart, I mean, that Q on chart 2 looked like it was right there. It didn't look like it was gonna go test that level. But
Yeah.
MQ just looked like it for me.
Order
Other
filled.
indications were.
Order filled.
It's both of us entering, I think.
No, I'm not. I'm already entered.
Oh, okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, we're at the pivot time, so it might sell off here, it might not. It's not stopping, no. It's keep going. Yeah, it wants to double test it. It wants to double test that top. This could be painful. Let's remove those. And let's put them up here. Because I'm good basis wise if it's going to sell off here. So there's no reason to add more at that range. I'm okay basis wise there. All right. Now, is it going to double top that top? Is it going to double top that high is the question. Yeah, I think you got to trade with that. I think you got to trade with double topping that high. Almost too perfect, but sometimes too perfect works. Yeah. Okay. It's either on or on. It's either on like Donkey Kong or not. All right. It's doing its thing. So it's either going to hold this level. It's either going to hold this green candle here, this 5-minute candle is what one thing you could be using for clues of whether or not it's going to hold up. So just using the levels within that candle on the 5-minute is a strategy you can use to whether or not it's going to hold up. And it looks like it's going to sell off, but we don't know yet. It's going to get pretty volatile here. So if you don't have experience, don't know what you're doing, you probably shouldn't be in this trade. If you don't have experience, you shouldn't be in this trade. This is trading right now. You need to be trading this zone and conviction or not trading at all. So otherwise you'll churn your account. So because you're going to have to stick with, you're either going to have to stick with the long or stick with the short. You're going to have to stick with whatever trade you do here. So I'm not going to tell you what trade to do. I'm just going to tell you if you're in trading in this zone, you need to stick with it.
Can I tell you what I'm in?
Are you long?
No,
You're short?
I'm short. I'm just participating in one
Yeah.
contract though. I'm already in profit, so it's like I'm not really have to worry.
Yeah.
I'm already stop losses in profit. Just
Well,
participating.
it's a lot easier to manage a trade when you're in profit, isn't it?
Yeah, dude, yeah, it is. It's nice entries, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why the system, that's why when you're trading the system correctly, you're typically in profit quick. That's something that I've come to appreciate more and more as I've really thought about it, is that if you're trading the system properly, you're in profit quick. Otherwise, that reaction zone, and that's what I shared today, that reaction zone isn't a reaction zone then it's the next reaction zone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's almost something that I need to do a training on, which is basically, look, if you're not in profit right like relatively quickly, then that reaction zone probably is not the reaction zone you should be trading, and you should be looking at the next one.
Yeah, restart. And that's what.
Yeah, and you can always restart.
Yeah, 100%. Go ahead. That's what's helped me too. Is when I'm participating, I only participate when it's confirmed at like a reaction area. Okay,
Yeah.
if I see a huge impulse, the exhaustion, if I see an impulse through one of the indicators, that's when I usually will participate into the trade.
Let me look at the underlying here. I just want to take a look at the charts real quick, just to kind of get a gut feel. Let's look at our internals. I should have been adding the internals. Where are the internals? I can almost guarantee what it's going to say. I don't even need to look at it. Yeah, we're well above all rolling VWAPs. There is a possible VWAP test here on this here, and then we are, as far as the up volume, down volume, we're well above. It's a little bit more spiky than it should be, so that does show that there's volatility 14. In the market. Huh?
Price went from 14,883 to.
Yeah, it's a pretty big move today, I think. I don't know. Let's look at the day. Yeah, it's a pretty big move. Hit our target range.
Huge
I'm hoping
day
that's not
today.
all we get from this reaction zone today, but that's what I'm trading. So I should have re-entered it, or should have added a position there. I'm only in 25 lots. It's not selling off though. It's not committing to the sell off. That's why. Okay, it might commit now. It might commit now. It might commit, and then we're looking at RDA check right down here, and then we'd go long if it does commit. So let's see if we can get picked up on a pullback, call the bluff on the market. All right, you're going to see some volatility here, and then I think in the next 3 minutes, I think we're going to see some volatility.
I'm out all positions. I'm just watching.
I'm going to put trailing stops in just because to protect my position, but there's a possibility we might see some vol here, which as a trader, you should love volatility. That's how you make your spreads.
Best part of the day.
It's holding up that stupid fucking momentum check. Fucking buyers today, they're pissing me off when I short. Every time they're holding their momentum checks like little bitches. Yeah, look at that. They're holding that momentum check like little fucking bitches. I just hate aggressively shorting the market and then these dumbass buyers stepping up where they're supposed to. I don't like when they do that. But it is what it is. Look at that. It's reacting exactly where we expect it to. Assholes.
This is a huge move. It's great.
Yeah, well, it doesn't want to sell off. It had a chance. It didn't have a sell off, so I need to decide whether I'm going to stick with this trade or, well, I'm just going to let it take me out here wherever they're at. And then I'll start over. So I'm not going to play around with it. I'll just start over, take what we can get from it. Worst case scenario is though we get a rip down here and then it rips down far enough where because I have trailing stops in it starts taking me out. That's one thing I hate. Well, I can remove all the actual offers, so don't need the offers in the market anymore. Those are invalid. All right, so here's where we're at. All right, so it did its thing. It might. Oh, it didn't do its thing. Fucking A. Stupid. It looks like it's gonna rip up. Fucking bitch.
This is like the only hard part of the day is right here. It's
I reversed up. I'm gonna sell above. Stupid little bitch. At least on my Sierra chart. I should reverse on this stupid trade of 8 too.
Order filled. Order
Right,
filled.
I took profit and reversed up.
okay.
So I think it's going to go back up and test the level again, but it might not. It might sell off. If it does, I'll reverse right away.
I'm gonna share my piano real quick to the.
Yeah, we're kind of on the bubble. I should just get out of this trade.
Order filled. Order filled.
Now I need to decide what I'm going to commit to. Am I going to commit to the long or am I going to commit to the short? Yeah.
Now I gotta reset my account.
I'm committing to the short. All right.
Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, I should have stuck with that short.
Order filled.
Shouldn't have got faked
Order
out there.
filled.
Little bastard. Faking me out, you little bitch. Okay, there we go. All right. There's a high probability that it's going to sell off here. Down further. But we'll see. Damn it. I hate when I messy trade. That was a little messy reversal there.
It happens. Can't always be perfect.
Yeah. Still sucks. All right, it's getting pretty volatile, but if it gets super volatile, it obviously our first target is 371, and then our next target is 227. That's a huge big sell-off, but if it does get that volatile. I don't know, but it's holding. It's holding. It's trying to hold that friggin' momentum check. Like a boss. What's up, buddy? You doing good? I know. You're just a dog. We're getting deep into the close, so or not, or we're getting into the last half hour, so need to get less aggressive with the entries, just because it just might rip up. So I'm just gonna get less aggressive with these entries. I want to see it commit. I mean, if it breaks that low, then it's probably going to come down to at least do this slow momentum check right around 374. But once again, the buyers are stepping up every pullback. They're stepping up every pullback. Or stops are being hit. I don't know what's happening in the market. I don't try to figure that crap out. I just trade friggin' the charts.
These damn buyers today.
Yeah. Oh, the mayor showed up. Mayor.
You're short on the NQ, and then are you in other trades?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter. If you look at the charts, the pattern's the same. So it doesn't matter where you deploy your capital.
Order filled.
Yeah, fuck you. I didn't reverse trade of 8 just because I'm scaling in a trade of 8 where I need to be scaling in. Come on. Stop playing around. Rip up and then rip down. That's what you need to do.
That's what it needs to do.
Well, I think so. I think it's going to come up, do one more test up, and then it's going to rip down. I think that's what it's going to do. So
I feel
that's
that
what I'm
'cause,
trading.
I mean, those strong levels
I'm
are
not.
pretty strong.
Yeah.
Created right beneath a pretty strong level as well.
Yeah. So I think it wants to do one more level test in chart 4. And then once it does that, then it's going to rip down. I think. I mean, that's what it seems like it's trying to do, but it's hard to say.
Eden asked, "Yo, can I know what your trading's based on?"
My trading's based on?
Can I know what's your trading based on? Yeah. I don't know if you meant that trade or the trade system.
Well, the trade system is based on reactions. That's what it's based on. So, okay, gosh, geez, so loud. So our system predicts reactions on the chart, and then we trade around reaction zones. So that's really the basis of it. And then it reverse engineers momentum and bias. That's really what it does. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Makes you trade like a baller.
So, do I trade like a baller? What do you mean?
No, I said it just makes you trade like a straight up baller.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's, this. I didn't create it. The universe gave it to me. So, while I do say that I'm the creator, I just was available for the universe to tell me that, hey, here's a system that you should look at trading. And I just tapped into the universe, and that's what it provided me with. So that's the way I look at it. I really don't take ownership of it. I mean, I do, but at the same time, like for instance, I had someone detail the car today, and immediately he pulled up to the house, and then he saw my charts, and he's like, "Oh, you're a trader." Like, and then he's traded like the last couple years, or he's done some trading, and then he connected with someone that's actually a trader, like, and taught him the ropes, and he's actually, I guess, he's made some money trading. And what was interesting is just hearing his perspective on trading, kind of how he got into the markets, how he looks at things. But one of the main things that was interesting to me is that I'm now able to explain the system and what's been developed pretty succinctly and pretty quickly, where it would have took me a little bit of time. But also, I explained it. What I remember, when I was just talking to him, and I just said, for instance, I created this thing called the Rex Dog Average, and what amazes me even to this day about the Rex Dog Average is that oftentimes price will come back to the Rex Dog Average, and there's no other reason for it to actually come back, or it's no other reason for it to stop there from a standard support and resistance level to any other thing that's taught in most trading. But for whatever reason, price comes back and it stops at the Rex Dog Average. I don't know why. I don't try to explain it. I just utilize it. I think I know maybe some of the reasons possibly why it does it, but I just benefit from it. I don't try to figure it out. I don't care to figure it out. I just care the fact that the universe positioned something, put it in my lap, basically. And then also gave you guys, whoever's watching this, whoever's on here, my nephew, everybody in my life that wants to learn it, gave you guys the opportunity to benefit from what the universe gave me. So you say you look into the PA to react. What is PA? I don't know what is PA. But we use charts. We just use charts. That's all we trade is charts. We don't trade anything else but charts.
Nothing else matters.
I do have fundamental analysis. What's up?
Oh, just saying nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Just the charts.
I shouldn't have stuck with this trade on trade 08. I should have got out of this trade on trade 08, but we'll see. We'll scale in. We got enough powder to scale in. Price action. Oh, yeah. No, the system's price action based. Sorry, I didn't make the connection, Eden, on price action. I apologize. I didn't make that connection. Yeah, so yeah, it's the system's price action based. Nothing trumps price action. So we believe the charts. So it's either you believe the charts or you don't believe the charts. We believe the charts. We believe what the chart tells us. Now we look for clues along the way. But at the end of the day, we use a combination of time and tick charts. If you don't have tick charts, then the system's still the same. It's just then you're regulated to just using time charts. But you really have a superpower when you combine time and tick charts together, especially in our 4-chart setup. Yeah, this trade, I should have reversed it. I'm just going to reduce by 2. I'm just going to take some loss here. Oh, no, I'm not going to yet. It's really on the bubble right here. That's the problem. It's on the bubble of using that level to sell off. And it's on the MNQ. It's the same level it was before, which is that 440 level. And then on the NQ, it's the same level it was before, which is 430. So I want to see it tap 430 one more time. That's what I ideally like to see. And then I'd like to see it sell off from 430 to commit to the sell. So that's all I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for a tap of 440 on the MNQ. One more tap. Or to exceed it. If it exceeds it, then I'll call the bluff on that it's going to close out the high. But we're kind of on the bubble here with this trade here if you don't have a good entry. And we're getting into the last half hour of the market. So you should be... yeah, I did just traded 5 years straight. Just got to the painful conclusion that's probably not for me. Yeah, trading's not for everybody. I knowing what you're good at, knowing what you can tolerate, is actually one of the skills in life, right? Knowing what you should focus your attention on. And if you know that, hey, this just isn't for me, I'm not gonna put in the work to make it happen, then yeah, focus on something else. I mean, I don't think there's any shame in that. If I didn't think I could be a successful trader, I wouldn't be trading.
Yeah, more power to you.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I wasn't a successful trader, then I wouldn't be trading. But even when I was learning, if I didn't know, and I believe most people, you get to a point where basically you have a conviction that you either know or you don't know, and you know relatively soon. So you should listen to that gut instinct that says, "Oh, I'm never gonna figure this out," or "Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to figure this out." I believe there is a big component of that in trading. The people that make it are the ones that say, "Yeah, I'm gonna figure this out. There's gonna be nothing that the market's gonna throw at me that I'm not gonna figure out." Um, if you have that attitude, then you be a successful trader. Uh, if you don't have that attitude, then the market's always going to throw you something. You're going to always be struggling because you're going to be like, well, you know, it's always going to be elusive to you. So we're on the bubble here. It looks like it's going to rip up first before it rips down. Yeah.
Market figures it out always.
Yeah, and like you said, you said I was acting like a high class trader. Yeah, that's the other thing. You can't, I shared this last week too. One of the best things you can do is go look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself if you're lying to yourself. If you're going to be a successful trader or anything you're doing in life, are you lying to yourself? A lot of people, they're lying to themselves consistently. They're not willing to put in the work or do what's necessary to become profitable. Sorry, I know that's loud. I'm going to change that one when I get a chance here. I'll change that alert. I just don't know how to. I don't know. I don't know and remember exactly where on Sierra chart that changes.
What you're saying is right though. I mean, you can't lie. The only person you can never lie to truly is yourself.
Yeah.
So looking yourself in the mirror, asking yourself pros and cons is a huge thing. You can even lie to yourself in the mirror, but you're actually, you know what you're thinking and you know what the actual truth is.
Yeah, if you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
So it's so I mean you can't. So we could give someone we could give someone the awesome system, which we do, right? In the training, when you join and become an alpha, pretty much there's no holds barred. Is exactly how to trade it. There's more than so much information overload. But sorry, if someone's lying to themselves, there's nothing you can do. If you're lying to yourself daily, there's no help really. There's no antidote for someone that's lying to themselves and not consistently focusing on what they need to do to break through and to not make the same stupid mistakes day after day. I mean, that's really what trading's about. Trading's about
Consistency.
Yeah, and consistently breaking down your negative habits. So that's really what trading's about. Oh, look at that. It looks like it's going to rip up again. Little bastard.
Can I hear birds?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I was going crazy.
Well, even the people that visited here this last visit, they said it sounds like a jungle because of all the birds we have.
Yeah.
And all the trees. So, we have a lot of trees and birds and stuff. So it does sound like a jungle back there.
It's nice though.
So, yeah. No, I have the door open because Rex was coming in and out and doing stuff. So, let's just get out of this trade.
Order filled.
All right, we took a loss. We'll wait for the upper. It does look like it's going to continue to rip up. It does not look like it wants to.
Order filled.
Does not want to sell off yet. That must be you because I don't think I have an order in.
Oh no, I'm not even.
Oh. This is a terrible area because it looks like it's going to sell off, but I don't want to commit to it either one. So it's hard to say what it's going to do here. Looks like it's going to hold that momentum though, but it also is at a moment's. We're getting deep into the market close, so I need to get out of this trade. Yeah, I need to get out of this trade. Or, yeah. Yeah, that's why I said it might just range out here. It might not do its sell-off thing. It
Chop
looks like it
City.
wants to try to rip up one more time, but we'll see.
Hilarious. He said Chop City.
Yeah,
Awesome.
no, it is though.
I was gonna ask you, I'm not a breakfast pastry guy, but my girl, she's really got me into almond croissants, like from
Oh, yeah.
bakeries and stuff. Oh man, dude, I can't. Like the almond croissant filling inside of them.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is, but they're actually very good.
Yeah, you betcha.
Cause I'm a big Bear Claw fan. I love me a Bear Claw.
Sorry.
It's all good.
I'm having a terrible day at my small account now that I've churned it a little bit. Fuck you. Fuck you.
You're trading your small account on CR charts?
Yeah, but I'm friggin' just. The problem is I'm trading. I need to just focus on one account and not trade multiple accounts because it's. Well, I can do it. It's just I can't do it in stream and reply to people and everything else. So I'm fucking shit up. It's
You're good.
pissing me off. Fuck you. What the fuck? Okay, well, I'm just gonna do this then.
Harry heck.
All right.
That's some weird names happening in our Discord, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, I see. That's what the problem is. Cancel.
There's about 15 minutes left in the market.
Yeah. So, you know, it might just range out here. It might not do anything. So, I mean, the trade that is on the table is actually
Order filled.
sell. That's the one trade on the table, and then sell here, and then just put trailing stops up here, and just don't even look at the chart. So that's the trade that exists. Is just put the sells up there, don't look at the chart, and just see what happens.
You think tomorrow's gonna be pretty volatile then? Or pretty insane movement because today hit that zone?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's hard to say. We need to see what the news is for tomorrow. So let me see what the news is for tomorrow. So, what's on deck for news? Consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. Yeah, so that's going to be a market moving. Yeah, so I anticipate there's going to be some volatility tomorrow, which would be good.
Think anything overnight tonight?
Yeah, the overnight will figure out what it wants to do. I think,
Or
you know,
prepare for tomorrow?
yeah, it's got a big range to play around with overnight, so it could be pretty volatile overnight, but it's hard to say. You know, it's kind of getting the feel of what happens in the first 90 minutes of the overnight open is key. Oh, we got another alpha. So another alpha jumped on board. Sweet.
Hell yeah. We must add them to our army.
Yeah, true that. Get you signed up here, dude.
Right. How much you have today?
I don't know. Probably. I think it's like 89,000 now.
Holy shit.
So not bad. I did churn it a little bit there, so I should have been higher, but we're only in 10 lots here, so we'll see. It could really rip down here, so that's what I'm waiting for. But it might just hold the lows, so it might just hold every low that it exceeds. So that's kind of what I'm just wondering what's going to happen here. But it has potential to. There we go. Okay, now we could see some really big move here. So in the next 3 minutes, there could be a really big move here. So that's something to be prepared for. It's
Your
potential.
annual. Go ahead.
No, what's up?
I was just say your annual P&L is me fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Look at.
it's all part of the game.
I don't know. It's just gonna be dope. It's pretty dope that I can just like watch and count them all up. We should do a challenge like that. Maybe someone can count them all, and they can
Count
get
up what?
like all your P&O at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Like that. It's
Stop
like a
there.
challenge. Whoever gets closest.
Stop filled.
Yeah,
Stop
getting
filled.
stopped out. So yeah, it's not selling off. So like I said, it's every low is being bought. Yeah. So now this is the final line in the sand. Otherwise, it's gonna.
Stop filled.
Okay, Jesus, calm down, dude.
Dang. That was hella aggressive.
Yeah. All right. Now it's either gonna commit to the sell-off or just range out here the rest of the day. So that's kind of how it works here in the last 14 minutes of the market. So we'll see what it does. I'm not in a trade. I should be short, but I got knocked out there. So well, I'm in Sierra chart short, but that's not. We'll see. There we go. Want to see an RDA tap? That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see an aggressive RDA tap down to here.
Really?
I mean,
You think just one test before the close?
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to stop here. I think it's going to stop at 382 on the index or on the NASDAQ. So I'll look at the index. 5 minute. Yeah, so it has a potential to stop here, but tapping the 141 on the NDX would be pretty sweet based on the trade that I'm in. So, but we'll see. Right now, there's just nothing to do. Literally, this is why the streaming kind of sucks, because streaming, I'm watching the charts and it's like just a waste of time. It's like I'm in the trade. I don't need to do anything. I just need to like just see if it's going to work out. Got the trailing stops in. It's either going to hit it or not.
Yeah.
You know? So, that's kind
Hopefully
of
it does though.
Yeah. Do you ever use buttons? What are buttons?
Like Steam Deck
trade
buttons or something like that?
buttons? No, I mean, I think he's talking about like buttons on TradingView or something, but come on, sell off, dude. You can do it. Okay, maybe not. Maybe you don't want to. Damn it. Nope, it's not going to sell off. It's going to hold momentum. Yeah, we're deep into the close. I should be out of the market. I'll get out here in this trade here.
Yeah, it seems like it's been
Yeah,
odd. There's not a lot of volatility right now either.
Yeah, well, it will pick up here. I mean, I anticipate it'll pick up sometime here in the next couple of minutes, but it's obviously, the buyers are still stepping up, or the stops are getting hit and then people are adding to it. Whatever happens, like I said, I don't try to figure that crap out. I just trade the charts. I don't try to say, well, here's what's happening. Stops are being hit and then people are adding to the stops. I don't really try to think about it that way. I just
no, that's too complicated.
Fucking I am pissed that it didn't sell off though.
Well, tomorrow should be exciting to trade then.
So Nathan asked, how are you feeling after your recent round of treatments? I feel okay. I'm actually, this cycle actually was pretty good. So it wasn't too harsh on my body. So we did reduce some of the treatment stuff, but so I feel pretty good. I'm able to think, able to sleep, and don't have many. I'm sure I'll have some side effects that come from this treatment. Fuck you. 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 Fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. I hate being on the wrong side of a trade. Fucking piece of shit.
Are you long here or short?
I was short there and it just fucking took me out. Fuck you. Sorry. I don't mean to swear, but I'm just pissed. I hate
He does
fucking
mean it.
aggressively. No, I do mean I just hate aggressively shorting it and not taking profit when I should have took profit on that because I was up. Just fucking pissed me off.
No, I get it.
Yeah. Well, I don't monetize it anyways. We don't monetize
Sure,
anything.
video.
I mean,
Yeah.
if
The patriarchy, man.
the
They're
patriarch.
trying to mute us. Silence our voices. Free the people.
Fucking pissed about that.
And plus, if we monetize it, I wouldn't be able to listen to my uncle cuss.
Fucking piece of shit.
It's probably the best part of my day.
Well, this trade, out of all the trades I did today, this trade pissed me off the most. This small account trade.
Really?
And
How heavy were you on it?
I was only in 4 lots, but now I'm down for the day instead of up on my small account.
Well, 4 lots, and you're at $1,400, right? So
yeah, I'm just pissed. Fuck you. I knew I shouldn't aggressive traded in that account. I'm just pissed at myself for making a stupid decision. I just hate losing. I hate losing trade. I hate making dumb trades. I don't mind losing money. I just hate losing. I mean, I don't like losing money actually. I hate losing money.
I understand what you're saying. Especially when you see the good trade, but you just enter it in bad, or it just goes against you. The worst is when it doesn't pick you up for a trade. That's when I get real frustrated. When the market knows where you are and just goes one tick above you.
I'm pissed that this is the only reaction from that zone. That's the other thing I'm pissed about. I wanted a deeper reaction, but that's just me putting my projection on top of the market instead of like just trading what the chart's telling me. But I wanted to see a larger. I've been waiting for this zone for fucking months, and this is the dumbass reaction that it gives us. That's what I'm pissed about.
Oh man.
Because you wait for a zone like this for months, and then it gives you this little lame ass pullback.
I'd be pissed too. I understand.
So it's like
that is kind of fucked. That you waited for this one for a while, and it finally hits, and it's at the end of the day too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, Jack, I'm not in chop. Yeah, I don't trade in chop generally. That's why I say, you need to commit, but, it looks like I don't know what it's going to do. I'm going to enter a trade here in a second, though. I'm going to probably look to get filled here and then do a short here.
Order filled.
So, and then we'll call the bluff on any spike. So any spike. So there's going to be some rebalancing here in the market, I anticipate. So with that rebalancing, then you might see a spike, or what's called rebalancing, where people rebalance their positions and they have to get out, they have to change. So as you can see, or no, sorry, you can't see. I did enter just 5 lots just because the rebalancing looks like it's going to rebalance down, but it might come back up, take us out. We'll see.
How many contracts did you trade?
I'm only in 5 right now. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I can look, but I did good trading. I mean, all I care about is is it good trading? That's all I really care about, right?
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, see, should have been heavier on this sell-off because it looks like it's going to make its move now. Yeah. Looks like it's going to make its move. Let's put some trailing stops in there. I'm going to divvy up. I'm going to cancel all this, and then I'll just put in single trailing stops on that. Maybe we won't get knocked out. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Just a participation trade at 5 lots. Not bad.
Oh, nice spike down.
Yeah. Now it's going to go to the RDA, little bitch.
That's messed up.
Yeah. And now it's going to do the move that I wanted to do. I just had to be more patient.
Yeah.
I just had to wait till the last 10 minutes of the market. Fucking hate, piss me off. I will buy the RDA if it hits the RDA. Depends when it hits it. Guess I'm making another $3,900 or so. That's not bad.
A wild man.
Well, I mean,
You are a wild man.
I'm pissed actually.
See,
See, I got knocked out of those 4 lots on my small account, and then it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. I just didn't stick with it. I put my stops way too close, like a little.
it was also hard though, because it was stalling right there for a minute.
Yeah, but I knew what it was going to do. I mean, I've been trading the close long enough to know. Like the only thing I'll say about me trading the close is that I am following the system, but there is a little bit more instinct when I'm trading the close. So when I'm trading the close, I'll just share. I don't know. I think the total P&L today will be well. We'll see what it is. Another 3,000, maybe 94,000 or so, maybe.
I'd get off at 12:15 every day, or not
That's
12:15.
what she said.
2:15 market time every single day. I watch the last 45 minutes.
Oh, you just watch the market?
For like the last 45, yeah. Just because I don't like, if there's something crazy gonna happen last 45 minutes of volatility, I'm not gonna be part of it.
Yeah.
So I'm just self-comfortable.
I'm looking to get picked up for one more here for the last 8 minutes of the market. So I'm looking for one more lot here in the small account. Buy trailing stop. No way, I need to sell the trailing stop. No, buy trailing stop. There we go. Nah, damn it. It's going to tap the RDA. I know it's going to. That's where it's going. I mean, that it's lost that, so it's going to the RDA. So it's just a matter of, is it going to do it now or is it going to do it in the overnight session? So, but we're in the trade. We're up about $4,000. Not bad. Anybody that's sent over a message, a DM or anything, I'll get, and then if you are watching, the one person that just became an alpha, we'll get you set up here shortly too. So I'll make sure I get you set up before I move on to the conversations I need to have with other people. Well, we'll see. It's going to do one more impulse down, I think.
You think
I think it'll do.
All the way to the RDA?
I think it's going to hit. I think there's a possibility that it will either stop right here at a standard support and resistance zone, or it's going to tap the RDA here by 1408 market, or 1608 market time, 408 market time. There's a possibility that it's going to tap the RDA. So that's what I'm holding out for.
Previous resistance there could possibly come
Yeah.
support.
Yeah. So here, that's the other, but this would be based on the volatility of the actual chart. A stretch to the RDA fits the volatility of the candle size for it to be an overshoot of this actual standard support and resistance zone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one way you can project, or that's a way you can project it out. There we go. It's going to hit it. It's going to do it. I wish I would have stuck with this trade instead of being a little bitch.
That was hard range.
No, it wasn't.
I was trying to help you out, man.
No, it wasn't. It was me being a little indecisive trader, which I shouldn't be. I'm above that.
Happens. Come down and hang out at the other trader levels for a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. Doesn't feel good though. Doesn't feel good. The air doesn't feel good down here.
Oh yeah, Loserville.
Stop field.
Oh, there we go. We're getting
field.
stopped out. All right. Well, we're only making a little bit. Let's see. It might, yeah. Well, it hit, like you said, it hit the standard support and resistance.
Stop fill.
That's the first reaction. So I would sell that ordinarily. If I was getting more aggressive, I would be selling it here, just because that's the first reaction and it's going to exceed that and go hit the RDA. I think it's going to hit the RDA. I mean, I don't think that's what the system tells us. So I don't need to think. The system tells us that it's going for the RDA. That's what the system tells us. So I'm not thinking, I'm just trading the system. So, well, whether or not it does it by the end of the market or does it after settlement.
Stop filled.
All right, market closed. There we go. It's hitting the RDA in chart 2. So I'm selling again. And then I'll sell here. And then, so it hit the RDA in chart 2. I'm trading the chart 2. I'm trading deep into the close, obviously, here. But I want to make more money. Come on, pick me up with 2 at least. Just give me 2. Just give me 2.
Trade into settlement. A madman.
Yeah. Well, I'm here. I'm showing up. I might as well.
No,
There we go. All right.
I think
I'm in
it's
2 lots.
I think it's dope.
Yeah, I'm in 2 lots. Well, the system holds up. I mean, that's the thing. The system holds up even into settlement. So you need to be careful. You don't want to be holding. I mean, I have enough to hold into, past settlement, but it does get volatile. So, but it was a RDA check on chart 2, and that's right where my stop was at, and I got knocked out. So now I'm back in the trade. So now it's either going to, my stop is really close. So I have my stops right at the RDA. So I'm not risking a lot. But I want to see it tap the RDA.
I respect it.
There it goes. Okay, it's going to try. And if it doesn't, then I'll just get out of the trade. But it's going to try right here. Right now, it's going to try. It's got 5 minutes, 6 minutes to when I get out at 8 after. So it's got 6 minutes to hit the RDA. So it's got plenty of time to hit the RDA if it's going to do it. Come on, do it, man. I know you want to. I can feel it.
Jack London said it can hit your thing tomorrow.
My thing?
That just cracked me up.
My dinghy?
Yeah, you're digging. So funny.
Maybe not. Maybe it's gonna stall here. Maybe I'm hoping for something that's not gonna happen this market end. Maybe it's just gonna stall out here. It might just stall out here, but I'm in the trade and I'm in profit, so might as well just let it sit there. Let it do whatever it's gonna do.
You're expecting all
I
the
would say
way
that.
to the RDA?
Well, no. I mean, now it's kind of a false hope now because it hit that support and it reacted off that support, so it's done its thing. So it can range out here the rest of the day. Basically, it's got permission to range out. So it hit a volatility or hit a reaction zone. So, but once again, chart 2 says that it's momentum short. So, but the longer that it doesn't do something, the more probable it's not going to do it in the time frame that you think it's going to do it. So that's how I generally trade.
Makes sense.
Not a bad trading day though. Pretty good trading day.
You posting it in the Discord?
I'm going to post it in segments because I used another account here. So in the afternoon session, made 24,000 in the afternoon session. So, oh no, not that much. Hold on, I gotta do this. I know how to do this. Okay, there we go. It's gonna sell off. I think it's gonna sell off. It doesn't matter. I'm in the trade and my stops are within profit, so it doesn't matter what happens here, anyways. I know I can't. I'm not showing that, but yeah, there we go. Hit the RDA, man. Do it. You want to do it. There we go. It's going to do it. think it's going to do it. All it needs to do is break. If it breaks, if the MNQ breaks this level here, if it breaks, yeah, let's see. Oh, MNQ breaks 557 or no 537. If it breaks 537, then it's going to. But we're so late into the settlement here. There's no point in really. But if it breaks 537, it will. Pretty much guaranteed if it breaks 537.
When do you usually go live in the afternoon? Someone asked you.
I mean, if I stream, it's usually right around 15 after 14:15 market time, so 2:15. Usually around that time in the afternoon. In the morning, I usually start right around 5 minutes after the market has opened because I don't trade the first 5 minutes, so there's no reason. And I don't get on and do any pre-market because it only takes me a few minutes to do pre-market anyway. So it takes me like 2 minutes maybe to do pre-market. That's one of the reasons why I love trading, because the other day, yesterday I got up at late. I did 2 minutes of market. I did 2 minutes of pre-market, and then I was able to pull capital out of the market with just 2 minutes of work, basically setting up for the day and then trading the system. That's one of the reasons why I love the system, because it's really that reliable, where you shouldn't have to, it doesn't take you a lot of time to do pre-market. If it takes you a lot of time to do pre-market, then you're doing it wrong. So it shouldn't take you a lot of time to do pre-market because the charts are very, I mean, the reaction zones on higher time frames are very specific. You're either using levels or you're using the momentum and bias indicators. So it's not difficult to do pre-market. It's not something that should be confusing at all. So
I agree.
and that's pre-market for 4 tickers. So I can do pre-market for 4 tickers in 2 to 3 minutes. So these 4 tickers, and then look at all my other trade things that I trade. So it's, yeah, I mean, you would agree, like you said. All right. Well, do you want to continue, or I need to call it because I need to get on the phone with a few people and get some people signed up for alphas. Some people have sent some messages asking about more information.
Very good. I'm probably gonna hit the gym here and then. Yeah. So we can probably just
Okay.
both.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to range out here. I guess we're not going to get my RDA check. Damn it.
Well, tomorrow we'll
What a
get it.
bastard. I think overnight it looks like, I mean, it's so close. I mean, it might stop here though. It might stop, but I mean, that's what I would be trading against on the overnight. If I would trade the overnight, is I'd be looking for an RDA check, and then I would, on the RDA check, I would then be going long because it's the first check, and I mean, the first is the best.
Yeah,
So
it's still a long move.
yeah, so I would be going long if it does tap that, but it looks like it's gonna take me out of this trade. And all right, well, anything else you want to add before we kind of call it a day?
No, I mean we can just kind of state my P&O was 232 or something like that,
That's good.
or
That's on the
226, and then I lost. My total profit was 349, and my total loss was 105. 4 losing trades, 9 winning trades.
I got knocked out in that trade. That's on the 3K account, right?
Yeah, I just keep resetting it. Feeling good though, feeling confident in my trades. Just patient. Like sometimes I won't even get picked up for a trade for most of the afternoon, or I'll get picked up in lunch and I won't see anything until the after lunch session, or like the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Which is nice though, because I just want to wait, be patient with my trades.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's awesome. No, it's sweet to hear.
And then
So,
I scalp in between ranges.
and it's not taking a lot out of you, obviously,
No, I
right?
feel
As far as
so much better. Trading wise,
all right.
confidence wise. Because most of my entries I'm in profit almost instantly, or on my entries within, regardless of my entry, I'm usually in profit. It's just whether I pull the profit out or not,
Yeah.
which is probably the easiest thing to feel like trading wise, like being in profit right away. Feels nice. The system just tells me where
Well, I
to
think
go. I enter
yeah,
in.
and I think that's one thing I need to probably put in as a bark or something, or as an additional training, which is it really is that is, if you're not in profit right away, then that zone probably is the wrong reaction zone. Because most of the trades that are successful, you're in profit relatively quickly. You're not waiting around. I mean, maybe you have to scale in a little bit within the scale in metric. But if you scale in the scale in metric and then you're not in profit relatively quickly, then then that zone probably is not going to react the way that you think, the way that you're expecting it to react.
100%.
So
Or if it's
yeah,
stalling there for too long and you're just
yeah,
kind of on it's going up a little bit, it's going down a little bit, just probably restart, find a better position, find the next reaction area, scaling at the extreme.
yeah. No, that's key.
Yeah,
That's critical.
but feeling good. Excited to share your P&L.
Yeah, I'll share it when I get off. I need to take a little bit of a break.
Oh
I
yeah,
need it,
definitely
and then I gotta connect.
take a minute to
So
yourself. Everyone's gonna be excited to see it.
yeah, and then we've got, like I said, we got a couple people that need replies. So I need to reply to a few people here
You
on
can
Discord.
send them over to me too, if there's too many.
Okay. Yeah, so anybody, if you have any questions, join Discord, ask questions. If you're ready to get started, just join Discord or go to the website. You'll see a link that says get started now. You can shoot over an email that way, or join Discord, send a DM and say, how do I join one of the best speculation system ever created in humanity?
Cold.
Look at that. It's going to go for the RDA. Look at that. But yeah, so if you're interested, and I'm going to be, so I will share this. I'm taking off tomorrow. So uh, we've had some bad news as far as a family member and health wise. So we were planning to go down there anyways, but now we're just going to go straight down there to get down there to be with them. Um, so, but my nephew will be holding down the fort and
Yes,
doing it
sir.
well. And look at that. See, I told you this seat's going for the RDA. Look at that. That's friggin', look at that. It almost is going to get there. Look at that. It's not going to get there. I don't think it has enough time before settlement. It's going to try though. See that? Look at that. The system is the system. It's not me. I didn't make the prediction. The system told me the second that it lost momentum that it was going for the RDA.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, I could try to be the smart one here and say, "Oh, look at how smart I am. Look at how genius I am." Well, I did create this. I allowed the system to be created through me, I guess is the way I would say it. The universe inspired the system through me. So,
What I would have saw through this sell-off right here, or what I see is that prior support, that previous strong level, when it was tested and rejected there, that's probably when it went back up, is where I would have tried to get in again after that.
yeah,
Because that test is pretty confident that it wanted to test there. And then the next
yeah.
candle following is showing you indication of the RDA is the next test. That's the next strong level, you could
So
say.
the overnight session, what I would do is exactly what you're saying. I would sell any pops and then expect an RDA test, and then I would wait for an overshoot of the RDA and then buy the RDA. But all depends on. I mean, that's just projecting out.
Yeah, that's just also
Of course,
if it
yeah.
happens.
I trade the charts. Yeah, if it happens.
Yeah.
So
I
it
mean,
doesn't happen, I don't trade it, obviously. But
even the RDA is right on that other strong level underneath where the previous one is
yeah,
at. So I mean that gives you
yeah,
pretty good
yeah.
confidence with that.
Confluent.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have confluence like that, it does help a lot. So it's definitely confluence is a huge thing. So, all right, I need a break. So
Yeah, sounds
everybody,
good.
thanks for joining us.
See you guys
And
in
then we'll
Discord.
yeah. All right, see ya. Let's go out like we usually go out. I guess I should do the black dynamite thing. So I've got to stick with what works.
I threw that shit before I walked in the room.
I just
I
enjoy
love
going out
that
that
thing.
way. But I haven't quite figured out how to turn off all streams right when that happens. So I need to figure that out. I need
Someone
one
asked me
button so it turns off all.
Or someone's trying to
To
ask
what?
me to do the same thing. Like I need an outro. So
Oh,
after they
yeah.
go on for the streams. That one's good though. That's funny.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you, man. We'll talk later.
All right. See you later on.
Yep.
Peace.
See ya.